Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Friday, February 7th, 2025, post market wrap up. People, this is a crime. This is a crime on a scale that in my entire life I would never, thank you, Shannon, I would never have expected to see, but this is not going to stop. It's an incredible situation that we are all in, that we've been put in. I just I can't even believe some of the stuff that's going on. Exactly, Fatal. I thought earlier I was going to really lose it. I just can't handle this. It's so monumentally unfair how people are being squeezed, right? Everything that you and I have been talking about for as far back as you want to go, it's happening. It's occurring here. People are getting destroyed. They're getting wiped out. They're getting systematically eliminated. You probably know what I'm talking about with consumer credit numbers and everything else, and Imhotep getting floated out to tell us everything is fine. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So look, let me get started with this market. Bear with me a little bit. Let me bring something to your attention. This video, the one that I did this morning, this got shadow banned everywhere. Everywhere. This is from this morning. I must have said something here. Uh, I must have got a little too much truth out in this one. Anyway, you can find it if you go. I hope you saw this. You'll find it in my videos. Check this video out. Obviously, I hit a nerve here. Shadow banned. Shadow banned. So, you know what? I'm darn proud of that. I really am. Anyway, let's put that to the side. This is where the stock market ended today. Okay, we had some losses here. Nothing overly dramatic, but is this really the beginning of something bigger? Let me tell you what's happening here, in case you don't know. I know you do, if you've been following this blog. In order, and I covered this like a week or two ago. Listen to the words I'm going to tell you. In order to keep this stock market inflated, and there's nothing like this in the history world, the amount of debt, the amount of asset purchases that must occur, and this is central banks buying it all, has to be off the charts like we've never seen before. Again, it goes right back to what we spoke about. I think it was yesterday, the law of diminishing returns. And I'm going to say this again. Look, man, there was and is, at least it looked up until today, a pretty substantial effort to keep bond yields suppressed here. And it's just not working to jar this stock market out of, it's gone nowhere. Zero yet again since December 5th, the high for the S&P 500. All right. But you have to understand, in order to make this work, in order for the central banks, who are obviously the lenders and buyers of ledgers, are colluding with world leaders, they got to destroy you. They got to destroy the purchasing power of the currency. They have to make sure that the economy, again, suffers so the market can get propped up. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Anyone who's trying to sell you that kind of a lie is, I don't know who the freak you are, what planet they're on, or maybe they're Satan worshippers like Imhotep over here. Can't have it both ways here. We could have a real economy, but we got to build it up from the bottom. That means we need our loving, caring representatives here need to return purchasing power to the currency. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Consumer borrowing, consumer credit, consumer debt, same things, surges by an epic sum. Nothing has ever come close in history. The loving, caring, they were expecting a 12.35 billion consumer debt more for the month of December. We got almost 41 billion. 41 billion. People can't survive. Does this sound familiar to you? I've only been telling you this and screaming as loud as I can from every rooftop, from everyone who wants to hear the truth out of my mouth for I don't know how freaking long. When are people going to wake up here? You want to change the system? How about an executive order, President Trump, to increase the purchasing power of the currency? Oh, wait, we can't have that. You're demanding lower rates. We're going to get lower rates. You're freaking non-human See, I'm freaking out here. Besant, the guy running the Treasury, wants to force lower rates here. Explain to the people here, you illustrious imbecile. And yes, I'm talking to you, President Trump here, how this is going to benefit all of us. You're going to destroy the purchasing power more, and you're going to exacerbate this problem. Is that really how we're going to make America great again? Sir, make it up. Make it up. No one here can make this up if you tried to. Okay, we're being wiped out, and what are people doing? Oh, we're going to make America great again. You can't. People, look, man. If this is too much truth for you, get out. Get out of here. You don't belong here. Okay? Period. Let me just go over some other things here. So not only is this is not sustainable, just so you know. And just what does this play into? The balance sheets of these banks. They are black holes. You know that. I've been telling you this forever. This mechanism here has created an alternate reality. And what's happening to the banks? They're being rewarded. They're being deregulated across the board. Oh, yes, that was an executive order. Let's deregulate the banks. Let's do that completely, but let's not return the purchasing power to the people. We need to dramatically raise rates, people. This creature thing, vomitous mass puke Trump, yes, that's who he is lying to every single one of you. And I don't care where you stand. You're going to get destroyed on the back of this mechanism of working with the Fed to allow them to. They want to cut rates anyway. Let's force the Fed to do it. Make the Fed even happier. You see this creature? You see this creature, Imhotep here? This Fed president here? Nothing on this earth could make a central banker happier than hearing a president or the treasury, oh, we're going to force you to lower rates. They're laughing. They're laughing right in your face because that means they get to inflate. Are you guys and girls not understanding what's happening? Honestly? Really? You can't make this stuff up. Anyway, that's what's going on here. It's incredible here. Let me just read this to you real quick here. Consumer credit for December surges to its highest record on level in 1 month, never been seen before. Consumer debt, consumer credit out of control explodes. U.S. consumer debt outstanding unexpectedly surged to the most on record, reflecting massive increases in credit card balances and other loans. Oh my goodness. Like no one saw this coming here. Really? People are tapping into everything they possibly can right now to survive. And what's happening now? The currency is being destroyed. These things, they're not even human, that were elected to office, oh, they're really going to help you. Remember, stay distracted. Look at this. Look over there. Don't focus on what's really happening because this is actually what's happening. You understand? People are walking themselves into the slaughter. You know why? Because they've lost their backbone. They got no guts and they got no pair of those, okay? They don't speak out. They don't raise awareness. They don't do nothing. Sound about right to you? Am I being a little harsh here? No, anyway, look, so we got this. Let's just talk about this. So here's another piece before we get to this fabulous jobs report. So consumer sentiment dropped sharply in February as inflation worries jump. They're worrying, but they're hoping someone's going to fix this by how? Lowering rates, working with the central bank to allow them to inflate, destroying the purchasing power of the currency, what every single freaking world leader, including the illustrious imbecile Trump, is doing right now. You can't make it up. But that's what's going on here. You're gonna be mad at me for calling him an illustrious imbecile. Greg is a very bad boy. When these creatures, Trump and this freaking thing, are destroying you, oh yeah, go ahead. Go away, really. I don't need you here. I don't want you here. You can't handle it. Go someplace else. Go to a circus because that's where you belong. Anyway, look, let's talk about a few other things here. So this January jobs report. We're now at full employment, everyone. Don't worry about nothing. Why are people borrowing so much if we're at full employment according to the Federal Reserve? Oh, absolutely. It's beautiful and fantastic. Economists have been expecting an overall healthy reading, and everything is just great. The unemployment rate was holding steady. Actually came down with looking beautiful. We're fantastic. So just don't worry about anything. Oh, and actually they floated out Imhotep, this guy here, to tell you the economy. This is what he said. The economy is in a good place. The Fed wants to keep it there. Yeah, while getting inflation down to its 2% target. They're telling you that every year they're going to suck 2% more of your currency purchasing power away. That's how they survive, these kind of non-human entities. The eyes are the mirror of the soul, huh? What do you think of those eyes? You think these people are on your side here? Anything? You think anything here going on is really going to benefit you in the end? It isn't. Wake the freak up, okay? So anyway, that's that lovely thing. Let us move forward here. You know, how about this one? Did you hear about this one yet? Did you hear about this? Oh yeah, Zelensky here said he's talking to Trump. Let's do a deal regarding some kind of a partnership to get the rare earth metals that Zelensky is using to bargain to get more funding for their war. Now, President Trump, he said he's looking to make a deal here and is interested in getting the supply of these rare earth metals in return for financially supporting its war effort. Whoa, you mean more war for rare earth metals? Maybe another way to launder cash? Make that up too. Make any of this stuff. I freaking dare you. And I want to bring something else to your attention because I took a little heat for this yesterday with regard to these crypto ETFs. Look, man, if you don't understand how this is going to play out, well, maybe you should check your inbox and read this. I sent this out to you. We're being made the crypto capital of the world. Absolutely, it's not going to stop. We're not returning to a constitutional money system because that would end the Fed today. Executive order. We're returning to a constitutional money system, but that ain't going to happen. We're going to get lower rates and more purchasing power losses for the currency, and you're going to smile. You're going to smile because Trump says that's the right thing to do. That's what the Fed wants to do. They want to lower rates. Also, central banks are lowering rates around the world, so they're your friends. So Trump is your friend, right? Your friend. Really, huh? Make it up. Anyway, look, let me read this to you. So I wrote crypto price rigging thoughts, lines. As we have discussed recently, expect a flurry of new crypto ETFs on the back of executive orders by President Trump mainstreaming crypto, making it available to the banks. So this is going to happen, of course. So expect a flurry of new crypto ETFs to hit the market over the next several months. Now, I wrote my main problem with these ETFs, since some of you are so freaking smart, okay? I personally believe they will allow Wall Street to get in as usual and game the system. You think I'm wrong on that? Duh. Sometimes I just, you can't make this stuff up. Nothing here can be made up. It's an freaking possibility to make this stuff up. The people of not just this, whatever we are now, this is not the United States of America. This is obviously and has been some kind of corporate state controlled by the government, and all they care about is weakening the dollar here so these corporations can do great and make more profits and pay you nothing. Well, it gets sucked right out of you. Sound about right? Because that's exactly what's going on here, and it's not going to stop. In case you don't know. But man, if this stuff doesn't disgust you, then I don't know what will, okay? It's just an incredible But you know what really, look, man, is this a surprise? Anything here that we just went over today, is any of you that's to follow this blog, even if you've been with me for, I don't know, a month, 3 months, let's say 3 months you've been with me. Does this surprise you? Any of this stuff? No, because you knew it. You knew it ahead of time because it's too easy. We are being eliminated. We're being eliminated, people. And all this stuff here, this great work of executive order, this, and yes, I'll admit it, some of it's pretty damn freaking good. No doubt about it. Okay? But what's underneath this, if you can't see it in your face and you're not willing to, again, hold your leaders to account because you love them so much, then you deserve every single thing that's coming to you. Every single thing that's coming to you. Make it up. Keelan, thank you. I appreciate that very much. Anyway, Duck Hunter. What happened to the financial channel? Does this not all tie together, you Duck Hunter? Are you that freaking stupid? I have to ask you straight out. You don't see how all this politics is in bed with Washington, how monetary policy and the Fed, they're working together. You don't see that at all? You're really that blind? Leave. We don't want you here. I don't think there's a single person here that wants you here, Duck Hunter. Go hunt some ducks. Make some dinner for yourself. You can't make this stuff up. This is incredible, man. Anyway, what about real estate, man? If rates are artificially suppressed further, you're going to see the price of houses probably go up here. In dollars, everything's going up. Greg Daddy, what emerging market is the best place to move? Dude, I'm telling you right now, we're all going to suffer here, Nima. Thank you for that. There's no way out of this wherever you are in the world. We are all existing under the same nightmare of this hyper debt bubble, and people are slaves to it. I mean, do you need more proof? I mean, it's an incredible situation to see here. Honestly, duck soup. Yeah, I think that's what the guys are going to make some duck soup. I mean, it's an incredible finance, economics all ties in with Washington and Wall Street. Those people who can't see this really should go someplace else because they can't think. In fact, I would be surprised if they graduated fifth grade. This is very extremely basic stuff here that we're covering. Wouldn't most of you admit here? When QE? What do you think is going on right now? All this easy money, rate suppression here. That's what's going on. It's not working, is it, for this market? Could this market see a very large sell-off? Absolutely it could. The real crash, as you all know, isn't going to begin nor end in this freaking freak show stock market. It's going to begin and end in the debt market. And creatures like Lex Luthor here, or Imhotep, they're the guys running the entire show. When these central bankers decide to stop buying all the debt, that's when the system implodes on itself. And then they're going to tell you, hold on a minute, everybody. We have a solution for you. We all know where this is going here. This nonsensical joke that was played on us. Executive order. No central bank issued notes. You know how fast that could go away? All we would need is a crisis. That's what we're being bridged into the new system. And the thing what bothers me, I was thinking about this in the shower. Everybody knows that we're going to a tokenized system. Everybody knows it. But where's the pushback? Why are people saying this is not what we want? We didn't vote for this. Do you guys and girls really want to go to a tokenized system or being bridged into this crypto capital of the world? Do you want to be returned to a constitutional money system? We can't be a free people. For those of you that think Trump is a constitutional president, why are we going back to a constitutional money system? Why are we being made the crypto capital of the world? You want to end the Federal Reserve because we can't be free if we have to live under the rule and guise of this institution or any central bank. They're the enemy here. Let's see an executive order, President Trump. Let's see what kind of a man you are. Prove to me that you're a man and not a thing. Let's get some executive orders for we the people here, like strengthening the currency here, like demanding higher rates here. That's how we fix the situation. If Trump was demanding higher rates, which would be the only world leader, think about this. And not one world leader right now. What are you not hearing? We need higher rates. You're not hearing that from a single world leader. Do you think maybe they know something that you don't? Because higher rates would help you. It would also destroy the corporate agenda because they wouldn't know what to do with themselves. Then absolutely, the stock market would be cut in half. But the stock market is going to be cut by 2/3, at least, anyway. You think all those digits you have on your screen are real with regard to your 401ks and your investment plans? So it's real. I'm rich. I'm rich on paper. You got zeros and ones. You got nothing there. Okay. It's going to happen anyway. Why not at least bring some power back here to we the freaking people of not just the United States, but the people of the world? We know we're not going back to a constitutional money system. It ain't happening here. The world is moving very fast away from that kind of a system. Maybe there's going to be some kind of a system here with the BRICS connected to a commodity, gold, of course. Why gold? Because it's the most stable asset in the world. I think most of you actually know that, who have even the slightest idea of what's going on here. But we could fix this. Our illustrious president could end the Federal Reserve with the stroke of a pen. Okay, by executive order, he could do this. You remember what Nixon did by executive order? You know, we're gonna for just a little while, just to fund the war. We're gonna go on to this fiat monetary system here, which is supposed to be temporary. Didn't turn out to be, did it? Trump could do the same thing in the reverse order, and things like this would not know what to do with themselves. Even if Trump were to say, let's raise rates here and at least Give you and me and these people, think about this. These people are borrowing devalued dollars. And when the Fed starts to cut rates further, they have to pay these loans back with dollars that are even worth less than the ones they borrowed. Make that up. Make it up. You can't do it. People are being wiped out. It's almost funny, man. It is to see again what generally happens when people put their faith in the wrong place, like they're doing now here in the United States on a massive scale. It leads to their own demise on a massive scale. Trump can't fix this. You know something? I don't believe that. I think if Trump had any guts whatsoever, Jonathan, that he would tell the American people the truth as to what we really need, and we all would stand behind him. Every single one of us would stand behind President Trump right now and say, you know what? Thank you for telling us the truth. Let's get rid of this criminal organization known as the Federal Reserve. Let's get rid of these central banks. If we take down one, they all fall like dominoes because it's the same system, their debt-based system that demands that debt be inflated exponentially and we lose by currency devaluation. Imagine if Trump wouldn't tell you that. He can't tell you that. Not one world leader is going to tell you that because they probably all have a gun to their head. Maybe that's the truth. Okay, maybe they do. But I am telling you, Peking duck, that's awesome. You can't make this up. You can't make it up, man. It's a terrible spot where people are in, man. And I legitimately care about people. I hate to see this. My own friends, people in my own neighborhood losing their jobs. People can't make ends meet here. They're borrowing just so they can survive. They can't save a freaking dime or anything. And this is how we're going to make this country great again. We can't make the nation great again if we have to live under this regime of the Federal Reserve or any central bank wherever you are in the world. You want to forget about making America great again. How do we make the world great again and empower we the people? We get rid of these institutions. We return the purchasing power of the currency to we the people. We get rid of this freaking corporate agenda, these gazillionaires. You really think they have your best interest in mind? Dr. Risman, Greg, what should we study? What books, topics? Just study this blog, man. And I said, reconnect with the source. You want to open your mind, people? You really want to do that? You know, we have this gift. It's called a God-given intellect. And if we just utilize that by reconnecting with the source up there, you know what I'm talking about? It's not really up there. The source is here. All right. God is everywhere. All right. The God isn't from afar. God doesn't rule or govern from afar. God is right here with all of us and wants to help us get through what's coming. But we have to, again, put our faith in the right place, which is in the source. Jonathan, thank you. I don't think it's mathematically impossible. Nothing's impossible, bro. Nothing at all is. But to have that kind of an attitude means you've surrendered, man. I refuse to surrender. I will never surrender. I don't want a single one of you out here surrendering to a damn thing. Anyway, that's kind of it, man. That's kind of where we're at. I don't know what else to say, guys, anymore. We really, what's going to end up happening eventually, that we're being moved in a way that none of us want to go. And some of you think you want to. You think everything is going in the right direction. And obviously it's not. Look at the economic news. Look at what's going on, the mechanism to prop up the market, the corporate agenda, how puppets are working or being puppetized by central banks here, helping to fulfill their agenda, which is centuries old. I mean, I know that the central banking itself is about 100 years old, but the concept goes back centuries. It goes back thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It's how the few have controlled the many since the beginning of time. People, wake up. It's time to wake up. Nothing's really changed. All the dynamics that were in play thousands of years ago are still in play now. And in case maybe you want a bigger wake-up call, the same families that were running stuff back then are still running it now too. Oh, you don't believe Greg? Greg should put on a tinfoil hat, huh? Maybe you guys and girls really need to start looking at things a little more deeper and don't accept anything at face value. Really, honestly. And if people can't handle this stuff, really, what are you doing here? If the truth is such a powerful thing, let's see how many people we lose here today. And I don't really give a damn, okay? The truth is so strong that those who can't hear it should really think about why is it that they can't hear the truth. Truth comes from one source. You guys and girls know what I'm talking about. If you can't handle truth, people that are going to leave now, they're going to check out of here because Greg said some very bad words about a very nice man who's trying to do us all really, really good. Let's see how this plays out. It's pretty obvious. You and me know what I'm talking about here pretty obviously. It's so in our face, everyone. I don't know. They can't handle the truth. Exactly. They can't. There are some people here, and again, it's because we're a conquered society. I've never seen anything like this before. What's going to end up happening is I was trying to lead to is we're going to be pushed in like we were. Okay, this is in some ways people have in every way people have simply had enough of, let's say, what the last administration did. You want to talk about a crime spree on every level that you can imagine here, honestly, with regard to Bidenstein and even Obamastein, the stuff that was implemented there. And now we're going the other way to a large degree. And I'm not saying this doesn't need to happen. We need to find somewhere in the middle here. The pendulum went all the way over here. The pendulum is going to go all the way over here, maybe to an extreme degree. Then there's going to be a rebellion. People are going to rebel against control because we're moving towards and I've been warning about this since I don't know how long. A system of maximum control. Does this sound familiar to you? Because this guy's been saying to you for about 10 years, we're moving to a system with a whole new set of rules and a whole new paradigm. That's what's happening now. We're going from all the way over here to an extreme on the opposite side. Okay. And that is going to lead to control on an extreme level. And of course, power. The bottom line is power must be consolidated in fewer and fewer hands. The multi-billionaires, the near trillionaires, I'm talking about Elon Musk, they run it all. They're the ones that control it all here. And if you think that a lot of stuff that you're seeing right now is for your own good, that's because you surrendered as well. We need to hold our leaders to account. Everything should be an open book. We should be told exactly what's going on and how it's playing out without putting your trust in these people. Don't trust anything. Trust but verify, maybe. We should be allowed to know. And we're not being told the truth anywhere. You do realize that, right? It's still the same game. It's the game of deception. Look here, don't look over there. Sound about right to you? Or is Greg just really off base again? Okay. There are so many people that can't handle this, that cannot handle the truth at all. And they're lost. And I understand that they need to find leadership where, I mean, and it's in their freaking face here. You want to find a real leader? It's God the Almighty. Everyone else does not have your best interest in mind. I don't care who they are. So you guys and girls out there who just can't handle it, really go find somewhere else to hang out, because I'm going to hit you so hard as I can with truth moving forward. And you may not be able to handle it. Right, Jonathan? Come on. Yeah, take them to the woodshed, brother. That's where they need to go. We really it's too much. But, we can't wake up everyone. I know that. Believe me, I know that. I wish we could. Unfortunately, there are some that are so lost, and they can't find anything because they don't know where to look, because they've been duped. They don't know where their strength comes from. And again, I'm going to point to the Almighty, because that's where our strength comes from. Everything comes from the source. The source. How do I say this another way? Roxanne, thank you. I don't know how to do it. And I think most of you here get it. Anyway, and I know that. Look, guys and girls, this is we covered a lot here. I want you to kind of go over this stuff, what's happening to people. It's exactly what we've said is happening. How long have I been explaining that people are getting wiped out? I have said from I don't know how long ago, this is an extinction level event around the world. And I mean this in the literal sense. This system that we're moving towards of maximum control is going to demand something. It's going to demand a great loss of life. Much less people are easier to control here. And the bottom line is the setup is very simple. We are existing under every day, the threat of the debt bubble bursting. It could burst at any moment here. This bubble in debt is the greatest threat to humankind, more so than a nuclear exchange. Because when that debt bubble bursts, wherever you live in, if you're not living out in the bush and growing your own food and everything, everything's going to be cut off. Transactions will absolutely stop. Zero. The flow of credit will stop around the world. You try to go, you can't use your debit card. You can't use, I'm not making this up. This was going on. This was the real issue in '08. Jeff, thank you. Exactly. This was the real issue in '08. They had you focusing on the stock market. You know this. But the real issue was the flow of credit was stopping. That's what Bernanke was floated to our loving, caring representatives and said, if we don't start pumping billions into the economy that weekend, by Monday, they won't have an economy. We were facing a credit freeze. We're going there again on a worldwide scale. Lava. You guys and girls trust Lava. Lava's going to tell you the same thing I'm telling you right now because she knows what's going on. All of you do. You know what I'm saying. Does what I'm saying sound right to you? People know the truth when they hear it. Greg Hunter, I'm going to give him credit for that. I hope he's okay. I heard Greg had another heart problem. I don't know if that's actually true, but I hope he's okay. All right. Much love to you, Greg. I still love you, bro. I would love to reconnect with you. And I think we're stronger together. So reach out to me and we're all good. Anyway, going back to what I was saying here, people, the system is melting down. People are done, as we know. The economy is done, and the economy is going to get much worse moving forward. Lori, thank you. Jonathan, thank you again. We're already in debt default here. We're in a technical debt default. Who makes up the difference for the debts and deficits that we're running? It's the Federal Reserve. If they were making up the differences, and they're more than happy to lend because that's how they get stronger, this would be over. This would be over now. This is an illusion. Everything we're seeing is an illusion. It's an illusion, people. We're living in, this is not real. Nothing is real what we're seeing here. And again, going back to what I was saying, we're going to face this moment. The debt market's going to implode. And that's going to be the driver of the stock markets around the world. You want to talk about the greatest depression that we've ever seen? People are not going to be able to access anything moving forward. Do you realize what I'm talking about? Transactions stopping. We're going to need each other. We're going to need this divided society. We're going to need to come together here, or we're all going to kill each other. Don't you think that's what they want us to do here? What they're going to tell you is, okay, it's the fault of this, it's the fault of that, or maybe the fault of a particular group of people, and people are going to do what they'll always do, revert to their primal instinct of survival and kill everyone who they got to kill, or who they think or is being told is getting in their way. They want us at each other's throats. They already have us at each other's throats. Does this sound about right to you, what I'm saying here? Are we in a loving utopian society? Utopia or dystopia? Would you say people are suffering today? Yeah, this is dystopia. People are suffering today. They can't survive in this environment. But let's write an executive order to make the bank stronger. Let's kill the currency for more by lowering rates. Let's do that. And let's not tell people the truth about what's really behind this. Don't you think that's enough that people should be up in revolt? People, you're being robbed blind. This is theft. And I've been telling you the same story, that this is theft on an unimaginable scale since they started propping the stock market up with quantitative easing one, for which I am on record, and I took a lot of heat for it. I said, if you remember, go back to my ancient videos, okay? When the Federal Reserve, when the market was cratering, the stock market was cratering, and the market started to lock up, I understood what was going on, that the credit markets were locking up. The only way to free up the credit markets was to inject capital into the market, to have quantitative easing one. I said that needed to happen to free up the credit markets. You think I was right on that? Yes. Okay. Now, it should have stopped. If the quantitative easing won, it should have stopped, and the market and the economy would have recovered on its own. But no, that's not what happened. We got QE1, followed by QE2, followed by Operation Twist, and Operation whatever they're doing. It just has never stopped here. And again, this is an emergency monetary policy. When a central bank, with their respective world leader here, when they get together to at least try to stimulate the economy via something like that, that I get. But when you do this for this longer period of time, the drug wears off, henceforth the law of diminishing returns. And that's why we're at this moment of maximum saturation that I've been warning about for 1,000 years. For 1,000 years. It seems like 1,000 years to me. But just wait, because the setup is too simple. No one can be held to account. Remember, everyone gets a lollipop here. Everyone gets a trophy here. It can't be the fault of this person or the central banker. There must be an event to occur that they're going to point at as to why the debt market is coming apart. It can't possibly be because it's the most dangerous, most hyperinflated bubble the world has ever seen, which has created an alternative universe. It can't possibly be that, because then, of course, there would be fault. We know who the fault of this all is. It's central banks and their respective world leaders colluding together. But you and I are going to end up paying for this like we are right now. Like we are right now. This is nothing. This is not. Wait till you see what's going to happen here. Right now, none of this is actually, again, Trump just took office here. None of this is his fault right now. But wait till you see what's going to happen in a few months from now when the policies start to hit home even harder. Debts and deficits out of control. We're watching a shell game also being performed. Let's cut from here. Let's put cash here. This is a shell game. They're moving little pieces around. They think you're too stupid to know that. But I don't think you're that dumb. In fact, I know you're not. If you sat with me through this entire video, I think we're pretty much on the same page. All right, guys and girls, look, man, before we leave off with our how we always leave off every Friday, which is the highlight of my freaking week. Is there anything you guys and girls want to talk about before we get out of here? A little bit. Look, man, I'm a very passionate guy. I think most of you know that. I can't stand what I'm seeing, man. And to people I know, my own friends, you guys and girls who I hear from all the time, from everywhere in the world, I have friends. What a privileged spot I am in to have. I am so honored to have people that follow this blog from all over this entire world. It's a gift from God. I'm telling you the truth here. And I feel like maybe there's a reason I'm here. Maybe there's a reason why I'm here and why we lose people who can't handle the truth, because they're on the opposite side. Their book isn't our book. I've been telling you this for the longest time. Sound about right to you? Good. I'll do whatever I have to do to push more truth on people. And if that pushes them out of here, they don't belong here. This is our thing. You understand? XRP, absolutely XRP, 100%. People do need exposure to cryptocurrency. I don't like this crypto ETF thing that's being set up. I think it's going to hurt people. Some people are going to make a lot of money. But I'm telling you right now, Wall Street already has their ugly hands around this. There's no price discovery behind anything today, not even cryptocurrency. It's just craziness. And look, man, as you know, cash seeks yield. The dollar is a dying asset. Central bank issued notes are being systematically destroyed. Actually, much love right back to you too as well. Why XRP? I think it's not just XRP. I think XRP, I just bought XRP a month ago, so I bought more of it. I bought more Bitcoin. Actually, I bought more Bitcoin yesterday too. Not much. But I told you guys, I did say I was going to disclose it. I forgot, but I did buy more yesterday too. Yet to get back in the stock market. You know that, everybody here. There's no reason at all to get back into this market. Now, listen to Greg Mannarino, please, okay? Because I would never steer a single one of you wrong, and I mean that. If we do not take action to stay ahead of the curve here, what's happened now to you and I, this isn't even fun to me anymore. It used to be fun to predict where cash is moving through the markets. It's a very easy thing to do, to follow the money in some ways here. It's not fun anymore. This has become survival. This has become survival for you and for me, because this is what's happening. This is what's happening. They expected a $12 billion estimate, came to over 40 billion. We're being destroyed. We're being destroyed by creatures like this. We're being destroyed by creatures like this. I've been calling these inhuman entities out for as long as I can remember, and I'm shiked. I read yikes, it's Joe, and it came out shiked. I was going to say shocked, and yikes, it came out shiked. I'm shocked that I'm still out here, guys and girls. I really am, man. I tell you the truth. But look, I hope this video and with my rant earlier, I can't stop that. I just, I just, it's who I am. Okay, I know my style isn't for everybody, and that's okay. I'm not here for everybody. I'm here for a select few. Okay, um, and those of you that are able to understand why I get so upset, you're in the same boat. Don't you guys and girls get just as upset as I do? You see me, I take this stuff to heart. I really, really do. And it's just too simple to see where we're being pushed. And that bothers me a lot because it's not going to get any better unless we, the people of not just this place in the United States, we, the people of the world, start to stand up for what's rightly ours here. How about we start to demand a constitutional money system? How about that? Isn't that pretty simple here? Go on President Trump's, wherever you follow him, okay? We demand a return to a constitutional money system. You'll probably get laughed at, but at least it'll get out there. Wherever you live around the world. I mean, what do we have here? This fiat, this by decree doesn't exist. Monetary system based on nothing. Don't you think that we should have what we were guaranteed in the United States Constitution? Or is this too far fetched? Greg, your idea is just too far fetched. It can't possibly happen, although we're guaranteed that. But that's not where we're going. How about we start with that? Start holding Trump accountable. You love Trump? You hate Trump? You're somewhere in the middle there? You don't know where you are? I don't think it's such a bad thing to demand a return to a constitutional money system. Does this sound about right to you? I'd have to say yes. All right, guys and girls, listen, bring it in. We're going to do this. We're going to do this right now. Ready? Take a deep breath and do this with me, okay, people? Do this with me because I'm telling you, if we could just adopt these 3 things, we could change the world starting right here and right now. All right? Are you ready? Love each other. Care about each other. Be charitable. Here's number 4. Connect with the source. Reconnect with the source. All right? You think we're on the same page? I think so too. I will see you guys. You know what? I'll be honest with you guys and girls. I may not be able to do a markets to look ahead on Sunday. I'm going to try to get a markets to look ahead out on Sunday. It's going to be very difficult for me, but I'll give it my best shot. All right. I love all of you. Thank you for being here. Honestly, thank you for your love and your support. Thank you, Spirit Child. I appreciate that too. And if I have earned your thumbs up, a thumb up from you, I would really appreciate that too. Because this video is going to get a lot of thumbs down because people just can't handle the truth. And that should tell you something. I don't even want to leave because I do enjoy being here with all of you. I really feel like we're all together and we're in this, honestly, guys and girls. All right. I'll try to see you Sunday. If not, you will see me Monday morning. I promise you that. All right. And until we meet again, people, please take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Think about these things and let's take action here. Start to tell Trump, love him or hate him, we demand a return to a constitutional money system. Let's see what happens. Can we start something? Let's see if we can do it. All right. Most people have no idea what a constitutional money system is. That's how pathetic it's become. Let's start raising some awareness. All right. Love you all. I'll see you Sunday, Monday. Bye.